Hello, welcome to another virtual book talk at your Jackson Hinds library system. I'm James here at the Medgar Library, and we've talked before in these book talks about biographies, which are nonfiction books about real people's real lives, and we talked about short story fiction, which are short stories are compressed pieces of fiction, made up stories, but wonderful about people's lives and adventures, sometimes fantastical, sometimes more based on reality. But today I want to delve into the world of fantasy and look at a young adult novel that I really liked. It's called A Hatful of Sky by Terry Pratchett. Now this book is aimed at maybe middle school to high school age, but it's really for anybody who likes to read good fiction. This is a young adult novel, but Terry Pratchett is known for fiction for all ages, and the most striking thing about it is the humor involved. Even though this is a fantasy about witches and magic and little fairies, they actually are very practical, and everything is related to the real world. This is set on a place called Discworld. It's its own universe with its own rules and laws, but it's very related to maybe old Europe, maybe about 100 or 150 years ago. People still ride horses and things like that, and farm a lot and live in villages. And they also have big cities also. So if you get a chance to explore any of the Terry Pratchett novels in the Discworld series, I'm sure you'll enjoy them. But these specifically, starring Tiffany Aching, are about this young girl who's a witch, and she's trying to protect her land from a new threat, which is called a hiver, a disembodied spirit that's going around trying to take over people's minds. And she's actually been in training with some other witches, and they're trying to teach her the ins and outs of being a witch. And it's really not anything like you've read before in any other magical young adult novels. This is something completely different, set apart mostly by the practical rules of life and the comedy involved in the writing. Let me open it up and read a passage. Now this is when one of the Knack McFeagle, those are the little 6-inch tall men that help our hero to kind of get things done. They always drink and they always steal and they always fight. And now they have to learn, this one has to learn how to read. Sweat was dripping off his forehead. He'd once fought a wolf all by himself, and he'd cheerfully do it again with his eyes shut and one hand tied behind him rather than do what he was doing now. He had mastered the first 2 rules of writing as he understood them. 1, steal some paper. 2, steal a pencil. Unfortunately, there was more to it than that. Now he held the stump of a pencil in front of him in both hands and leaned backward as 2 of his brothers pushed him toward the piece of paper pinned up on the chamber wall. The rest of the clan watched in fascinated horror from the galleries around the walls. "Maybe I could kind of ease my way into it gently," he protested as his heels left little grooves in the packed earth floor of the mound. "Maybe I could just do one of them commas or full stoppies." "You're the big man, Rob anybody, so it's fitting ye should be the first to do the writing," said Jeannie. "I cannot have a husband who cannot write his name, and I showed you the letters, did I not?" "Aye, woman, the nasty loopy bendy things," growled Rob. "I did not trust that cute. That's a letter that has an N for a man. That's a letter with a sting, that one. You just hold the paper and I'll tell you what marks to make." "Aye, but 'tis a bushel of trouble writing. A word writ down can hang a man." "Oh, so you're afraid of the letters, is that it?" said Jeannie artfully. "Ach, that's fine. All big men fear something. Take the pistol from him, Wooly. You cannot ask a man to face his fears." There was silence in the mound as Daft Willie nervously took the pistol stub from his brother. Every beady eye was turned toward Rob Anybody. His hands opened and shut, and he started to breathe heavily, still glaring at the blank paper. He stuck out his chin. "Ack, you're a hard woman, Jeannie McFeagle," he said at last. He spat on his hands and snatched back the pencil stub from Daft Willie. "Give me that tool of perdition. Them letters won't know what hit them." And so that's one of the Knack McFeagle, the little fairy men who have some kind of Scottish accent, and it's stories like that throughout the book, with them trying to conquer their own fears, which they have very few of, and it's just a wonderful story. I just recommend it highly. It's 4 books in the series. The We Free Men is the first one. Hatful of Sky is the second one. Then there's Wintersmith and I Shall Wear Midnight. So if you get a chance, check out some Terry Pratchett and any kind of young adult novels that catch your eye. It doesn't matter how old you are, check them out. If you're a young person or if you know somebody young, you can definitely recommend this one. And I hope you have a great day and happy reading. Take care.